Hi, welcome back to the Life at Stout YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Molly and I'm one of the Life at Stout vloggers. I hope that you guys decide to stick around and subscribe and like this video. So today I'm actually going to be talking about my transfer student story and why I decided to transfer and some of my tips as well. So my senior year of high school, I decided that I wanted to go to college and that getting a secondary education was really important to me. And I had no idea really where I wanted to go. Actually, I did. I really wanted to go to UC Berkeley in California, and I also wanted to go somewhere in New York. I've always loved both of the coasts, and I knew that someday I'll be out there, but I didn't know when, and I thought going to college out there would be a great opportunity for me. But the price is obviously quite expensive, and I knew that I should probably try and find somewhere closer to home and, you know, maybe eventually get out there with a career or something like that. Eventually, it was too late and I applied to some colleges way past the deadlines in like February of 2016, and I didn't get into any of the colleges that I applied to because I applied way too late, and I was really bummed out. But then I was like, you know what? No, I am not going to do this. I'm going to go to a community college, save some money. I'm going to, you know, kind of find what school I really want to go to after this and figure it all out along the way. So I applied to Anoka Ramsey Community College, which was only about a 15-minute commute from my house, and I was able to live at home and just be able to stay with my mom and, you know, kind of slowly spread my wings. And that was what worked out for me for 2 years. And as I went in as a student that was going to transfer, so I went through a specific program to get my generals out of the way and even do some core classes for my future major, which is actually here at Stout PSEM, which is Professional Communications and Emerging Media, with an emphasis in journalism. So I knew I would try and fit in that journalism aspect somewhere, and I was able to find that at Stout, which is awesome. But going back to kind of finding where I wanted to transfer, I thought I was going to go to the U of M Twin Cities, and even before that I was like, maybe Bethel, or maybe I'll go to Wartburg College, or maybe I'll go to the University of Sioux Falls, or UND, or NDSU. And I literally thought about all the options, laid them all out. I even thought about going to FIT in New York. I kept in the back of my mind thinking about the University of Wisconsin, Stout. And it was all because my aunt actually went here in the 80s and she had an amazing time. She majored in social working and she just loved being at Stout, living in Menominee and having that experience of being in a sorority, and she just had a lot of fun here, and I knew that that is something that I wanted. Getting that university experience was really important to me. And the summer of my freshman year, so going into my sophomore year, I decided to tour Stout, and my aunt and my mom came with, and we were able to tour. After completing the tour and talking to an academic advisor, I was like, I think this is where I'm going to be next year. Like, this is where I'm going to be. I applied in October of 2017 and I got in November, and I started to find my living arrangements, and I actually joined the transfer student page on Facebook and my class page, so class of 2020. I was able to find roommates that way and connect to people and kind of find out more about certain organizations and stuff like that, which was a great thing to have because I wasn't going to be there for a whole other year, but it was good for me to kind of have that stuff in mind for when I did transfer and started to live in Wisconsin. So actually a really cool thing about Stout's location is it's pretty close to home for me, about an hour and a half away, which is not that bad. So I was able to live on my own and get that experience, but if I wanted to go home for something or even a holiday such as Thanksgiving, I was able to go home and it wasn't like a huge deal trying to get back home. I know for some people living close to home is really important, so I know that for me having that happy medium was a great add-on to finding this amazing school. So once I transferred, I was a part of WOO, or WOO Week. So I had a WOO leader, which is week 1 orientation leader, and she's actually a grad student at Stout, and she was really helpful and gave our group a lot of insight on what it's like to be an undergrad student, maybe some professors to take, classes to take, and what her program was like, because there was a few people in our group that were in the same program as her. and she just had a lot of great insight on like also organizations to join, and she was very unbiased, which is awesome because it allowed us to kind of find our own place. And I really appreciated that because I knew that I wanted to be in a sorority, and I actually went through Panhellenic formal recruitment last fall and I joined Delta Zeta, which is a national recognized sorority on campus. I was not only able to have a positive experience with my academics, but also being able to find a place that fit a lot of my needs, like volunteer work and stuff like that. But there is a lot to do, and Stout actually has a little program called Pick One, and they actually really love to have students pick an organization or a club that's perfect for you, aka kind of finding your fit. And actually the Involvement Center has like a little questionnaire, kind of like a BuzzFeed quiz, and you can fill out like things that you like to do in your free time, and a person from the Involvement Center will actually help you find certain clubs that fit your needs. I think being a part of an organization or a club, it has such a positive impact on your university experience, and knowing that you picked the right school and meeting new people, being connected to the community, Menominee-based and the university community, and really soaking up that university experience. There's a lot to choose from. There are language clubs, there's the Cube, there's Her Campus, there's sorority fraternity life, there are sports such as intramural sports, and there's figure skating, dancing, swing dancing, there's Blue Devil Productions, and there's the Stoutonia. There's a lot that you can do, and I think that there's something for everyone at the University of Wisconsin Stout. And something that really helped my transition was actually going to all the week 1 orientation events, and such as Backyard Bash, and also there was a lot of free movies that happened during week 1 orientation, and lots of different concerts and comedians come out, so it's a great time. And there was a lot of people that I met. A lot of those people I still call my friends till this day, which is amazing. And if you are transferring in the spring, don't worry, there is an involvement fair that we have, and so that's a great opportunity for you to meet and talk to people that are part of certain organizations on campus and get that same experience that people did in the fall as well. So I'm gonna leave you guys with some tips as like a little wrap up to this video that I hope will help you if you are planning to transfer to Stout. So number 1 is definitely join any transfer student or Facebook page for your class. Being on Facebook, I think, is a great way to stay connected to not only your school but also people, getting friends that way, meeting potential roommates, anything like that, and it's a great way to also kind of feel out your community. The second tip that I do have is to obviously pick your one. Find your fit. It's so worth it to find your fit here on campus because it helps with your academic performance. It also really helps you feel satisfied with choosing Stout and really gaining that university experience that a lot of us are looking for. And lastly is to actually get the Connect app. At the beginning of the semester, there's a lot of free events, which is really fun, and it's a great way to connect with people. I hope that hearing my stories helped you feel more comfortable about transferring to Stout, and if you have any other lingering questions, to comment them down below. See you all next time. Bye.